All right, in studio here we have Art from Eastern Gateway College. First, let's take our viewers through some of the history, how you started getting involved, and maybe some of how the college became.
Oh, absolutely. So we have a rich 55-plus year history. We started in Steubenville, Ohio. Over the years, it was Jefferson Technical Institute, Jefferson Community College, eventually became Eastern Gateway Community College. We arrived here in the Mahoning Valley around 2009. We were bounced around at a couple different locations, but ended up right downtown, right by your facility here. And we have been driving students to come down to our Youngstown campus right here in downtown Youngstown on East Boardman Street and East Federal Street. I started in 2016. I was able to come on in the career development department and then kind of move my way through to be able to oversee the Youngstown campus downtown right now. So it's been a great journey. Helping the community is our most important asset, and we just love doing what we do.
All right, tell me a little bit about the college. So what do we specialize in? What are the kind of curriculum that you offer?
So we have a lot of different things and variations of things that we do. One of the greatest things we do is health programs. We have nursing, we have practical nursing, medical assisting. We have a registered vet tech program. We have a radiologic technology program. So that's strong in our health areas. We also do industrial. We have welding. We have machining. We also have our other like criminal justice and public health programs and paralegal. We have over 35 programs at Eastern Gateway Community College for any student that wants to learn and train and go into the workforce. And then mentioning that, we also have a workforce division, which has industrial maintenance and real estate and all kinds of those professional development courses that you want to take and certificates, micro-credentialing. We do it all at Eastern Gateway Community College.
So now how your involvement with Eastern Gateway, how did you become involved, when, and how long have you been with them?
So I've been with the college since 2016. I was in another institute early on in my career. Had the opportunity to come to Eastern Gateway Community College. Was actually in Steubenville, positioned in Steubenville when I first started, and then got the opportunity to come back to Youngstown and work here on a more permanent basis. So I was with career development. I now work with our workforce division, career development, alumni, marketing. I also oversee our foundation. As well as most recently our recruiting department. So we got a great synergy of teams that work together to really focus on student success.
Now, how did you guys go when the world shut down for COVID? It affected everybody. So
everybody got affected.
How'd you guys do it?
So we pivoted. So we focused solely on how do we build our online infrastructure. So we invested millions of dollars into our IT. And what has happened from that is we've grown to be a college of about 26,000 students nationwide. We like to call ourselves and try to brand ourselves as America's community college. We continue to grow our footprint nationally as well as locally, focusing on each of our communities that we're a part of. But COVID really struck all institutions of education, all businesses it impacted. But for us, we had to figure out a way to how do we keep students engaged, and our online platform is where we focused. So we again, going back to the millions invested in IT infrastructure, and now we have one of the best and strongest online divisions, I think, in rivaling other universities as well.
Our little current events. So, we see a lot of people who are displaced, whether with automations or the change in different industries, and everybody's on a regular retooling basis trying to grab extra skills. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sure that is your prime targets for new customers and new students in there. So what the buffet model in the future, do you see being able to fetch education as easy as maybe some other industries?
Well, I think you make a good point, and it's ours are career accelerators. That's what we call them, right? That's our division of career accelerators. So you can come in and you can come take a real estate course and you're done in 5 weeks. We have a CDL truck driving school. That's a 5-week training program. You can come, do your training, and get back on the road and start with an amazing salary between $50,000 and $60,000 a year with 5 weeks of training, right? So we know that the student, their interest is shorter term, get me credentialed, give me a skill that I can go back out into the workforce. And that is huge in today's environment from educators' perspectives. We have a great opportunity here in our valley with a community college. We have a YSU. We have a Kent State. We've got career and tech centers in our backyard, amazing career and tech centers. All of us are focusing on how do we get them in, get them skilled, and retrain them back out into the workforce, because our employers are always calling us. We get more employer calls now than we ever have because I'm short-staffed. I need somebody with this skill. How can you help me? We work with our employers to upskill their employees inside their organization. We call it customized training. So Eastern Gateway does customized training. We've done things with Foxconn, Altium Cells, a lot of other organizations around Mercy Health. We're partnering and collaborating with these partners to build the workforce of tomorrow with going into their facilities and doing training, helping them with customized training. Hey, I just need someone to have this skill. Tell us what it is. We'll make it happen. We'll get them trained and back to your organization. And that's another beautiful thing about a community college. We can pivot that quickly for customized training.
Now, how are you guys doing with finding educators and people to teach the curriculums and whatever?
No easy task.
I bet you
We're
not.
all struggling with that because for the most part, those people want to stay in making the higher level pay that they're making. They don't want to come out and, although instructors are very beneficial, we have a set of pay that a lot of these people will receive. So how we combat that is, hey, if you want to keep your job, please do it, but we're going to bring you on. We'll do part-time, we'll call adjunct faculty members. We'll bring part-time people in to teach. And that has worked out very well for us because you're not going to get a lot of these folks full-time. It is a challenge to find
if you
full-time.
either go practice be an RN or teach RN, and then the practicing is definitely the more lucrative.
Oh, very, very much so. But the nice thing is, we've got dedicated faculty, and you mentioned nursing. We just had a pinning ceremony of our graduates here, both from our Steubenville and Youngstown campus. We had over 55 graduating in not only our ADN, which is our associate degree of nursing, but also our practical nursing. These students will probably stay local for the most part, but we find that the faculty that are teaching them, nurses for the most part, it's about passion. It's about taking care of people and passing the torch to the next generation. We've got a great bunch of faculty members that teach in our nursing program and all of our health programs, as well as all of our programs. Those people that are dedicated to train the next wave of professional, we get them at Eastern Gateway. And we're very blessed to have wonderful faculty on our campus throughout the entire country.
We're going to give you a tour of the Eastern Gateway Community College facility.
This is very exciting. Well, this is our outside of our facility. That's our sidewalks as we walk down the front on East Federal Street. You did take it where they are digging it up, and it's getting nicer and nicer as we go forward. But this is the front of our building. This is Thomas Humphreys Hall. For a lot of you that know, Thomas Humphreys was the president and CEO of our regional chamber. He is also one of our foundation board members now, and we thought it was very important for us to recognize his impact in our community at Eastern Gateway, as well as the region. So now you see, there's the photo of our front doors. Yeah, that's our gator. Oh, and there is our health building. So this is our health education and workforce building. This is one of our EMTs and our paramedics use this lab especially. They do a lot of their training inside of this facility. All those cabinets are filled with medical equipment and medical devices. So
almost like a laboratory where you're working hands-on with some of the tools that...
Absolutely. Our medical labs, you'll see our medical labs with the simulators. We have simulators that can showcase births, to geriatric simulators that you're working with older people. We know we have an aging population, so our simulators can show that, as well as working on a real patient. Just when you walk through the whole campus itself, I mean, it's very inviting. It's not intimidating. It's not a large, as you say, it's 2 buildings downtown. Those students that are looking to do one or two things. One, come in and maybe transfer to a university, get their prereqs out of the way. They can move on to a university. A lot of our students do go locally to Youngstown State University and Kent State. Some of them go out of the area. But we also have, of those 26,000 students nationwide, we have 695 other universities that our students have gone to throughout the entire country, from Washington State and other universities, University of Texas, Ohio State. So our footprint is large, but we're centered right here in the Mahoning and Ohio Valleys. So as we move on, here are some photos. As you see, Mayor Tito Brown and Carol Righetti. But we took these photos to show just the activity of our students. Obviously, there's working on the frogs there in that capacity.
I remember the frogs.
Yeah, and there's some of our students, again, training. All of our faculty, our staff are highly trained, highly skilled, credentialed in their areas. These are student activities that we have, some student activities we have on campus. That's our St. Patrick's Day when we had the gator out. So just some of the photos you see, that was a graduation we held at Franciscan University. That's where we hold our Steubenville graduations. Just the whole thing, this building that you're in, the Health Education Workforce Building, this was a project with the Port Authority and Eastern Gateway Community College. The Port Authority purchased the old Harshman building. They remodeled it, and after they completed the first floor, we had the second floor completed, and then we actually purchased the building off of the Port Authority. This is our wonderful torch. We always say we're training America's 21st century workforce. So we live and die by that. We want to make sure that the people that come through our institution are well trained, well prepared for the workforce, and we do that every single day at Eastern Gateway. There's our wonderful seal, one of our instructors during graduation there. This building was, again, a labor of love. We knew we wanted to have an opportunity in downtown Youngstown. And we made it happen. This is our medical lab on the corner of Boardman and Champion. And I got to tell you, that facility, everybody's looking in that window. This is our showcase window downtown. People come, they walk by the Smarts across the street. You see kids looking in our window. They see the mannequins. They see all the medical equipment there. This is a showcase corner, and what we do there is all of our medical training. Again, we have the beds. You saw the simulators on the beds behind. All of the equipment that you would need to make sure that we are preparing our nursing students, our medical assisting students, all preparing for the workforce of the 21st century.
And that equipment is what they're likely to see when they transition.
Absolutely. They're going to see, that's exactly what they're going to see, because we model all of our classrooms, and all of us do, with exactly what you're going to walk into from day one when you finish your test, your state board test, and then someone brings you on board to hire you.
This episode was brought to you by Youngstown Computer, the Valley's technology company. We appreciate the loyalty you all have shown to us over the years, and it's our promise to serve all of the technology needs of the Valley. Call 330-259-7278. We have both home and business services available, everything from repair, installations, and new equipment. You can improve your Wi-Fi and have your technology serve you better. Call 330-259-7278, or you can schedule your appointment right now on youngstowncomputer.com and look for the red Book Now button.
Here we are again. This is on Boardman Street, Thomas Humphreys Hall. There's the old Mocha House right across from us. That wonderful partnership of the Mocha House. We didn't have anywhere for our students to eat 6 years ago, so we reached out to the Mocha House, and they thought it was a wonderful idea to be right in downtown Youngstown, and they have been a great partner of ours ever since, just making sure they're taking care of the community as well. All the services that we provide, from our academic advisors, who are just simply amazing with working with students to make sure they're on the right career path, to our career development teams. We have a support staff. We have an Aspire program, which helps students who are getting their GEDs and want to come and continue their education, but that's their first step. We teach developmental ed courses. We've got great instructors that, if you're a little bit behind, that we can help you get to where you need to be. We've got great tutors. We use student tutors, as well as Brain Fuse, which was our online version. I mean, we are the one-stop shop if you want to take your career in a different way, whether that's transfer, going to another university, or going into the workforce, we've got you covered in every aspect. When you look at who we have, I mean, we have a criminal justice program where our folks are basically, they're ex-law enforcement folks or they're current law enforcement folks. Our paralegal programs, we've got judges who teach our paralegal program. Judge Carla Baldwin is one of our instructors. So when you look at all of the other courses, our teacher education, these folks are probably some of the smartest folks that I've come across, because all they do is they understand how to teach, and they're teaching the future teachers. And you just see that connection with them. It's just incredible. Just incredible. Right. Hey, our Gator store. There's our wonderful bookstore. The Gator store has obviously our paraphernalia, our clothing. They also have our books and nursing, stethoscopes and all the things that you need in the Gator store, you'll find right there. There's our welding equipment you see. So, I mean, it's a very robust area during class time. As you see right now, we have come to the end of the semester, so there's not a lot of activity right now. We were hoping to maybe have some students on campus when you guys had come over, but we really didn't have a lot. But during its busy time, you'll see people hanging out in the hallway, students studying. It's a very active place during the time when classes are going full swing. So we took you into the Gator store, so we get to show all of our folks out there, all of our Eastern Gateway paraphernalia, books, and just tchotchkes, cups, mugs, all the things. Our students love this stuff. I mean, they come in, they buy them stuff. They're wearing the Gator stuff out in the quads, and they're just walking around, and they're very proud of being an Eastern Gateway Community College student. We house a lot of our scrubs in there to make sure that our students are covered and have what they need. It's just again, it's part of who we are. It's part of the culture of our institution of servicing our students, making sure our students are number one. We make sure that our students are always prepared, need anything, go to the bookstore. Go to that campus store. They will have what you need. There's some books on the shelves. And again, we're at the end of the semester, so all the books aren't on those shelves right now because they're gone, right? They've been purchased. Our students are using them, but it's just the idea of how do we connect our students to what they need to be successful. And now here we go again. We come down the hallway. This is our B quadrant. This is basically where our faculty are during this semester. We also have our Senior Vice President of Academics, Dr. John Crooks. That's his hallway as well. This is our chemistry lab. Again, during the semester, this is a robust classroom. There's a lot of activity. This is where those dissections come out, and this is where all that activity happens. But overall, this is the activity room, right? This is where a lot of that hands-on activity occurs, especially when it comes to chemistry. Lots of chemistry classes with the amount of health programs that we have. Just another one of our classrooms here. Again, very robust during in-seat and in-session classes. But man, oh man, how lucky are we from an educational perspective that we have great career and tech centers, a great community college, and great universities right here in our region. And I think that's the best message to tell all of the viewers out there is look at what you have here education-wise. And I don't think anybody can go probably throughout the country and find a better equipped, a better educated workforce than what we're able to provide in the Mahoning Valley and Ohio Valley as well.
This episode was brought to you by Youngstown Computer, the Valley's technology company. We appreciate the loyalty you all have shown to us over the years, and it's our promise to serve all of the technology needs of the Valley. Call 330-259-7278. We have both home and business services available, everything from repair, installations, and new equipment. You can improve your Wi-Fi and have your technology serve you better. Call 330-259-7278, or you can schedule your appointment right now on youngstowncomputer.com and look for the red Book Now button.
Back to our other lab, our medical lab across the way from our health education building. There is our geriatric simulator. We also have our other simulator dolls ready to go. These are, again, cutting edge. Most of these are brand new simulators that we've purchased most recently through grants. And I got to tell you, the training that you receive at Eastern Gateway, I would rival us to just about anyone in the country, because we are making sure that people have the right tools, the right equipment to be able to go out into the workforce and be successful right off the rip. So back when you talk about the COVID days, so Personal Protected, they had to pivot. And they created these hand washing stations, of which we purchased one from them, and our students use that all the time. It's an outdoor kind of hand washing station. We branded it for Eastern Gateway. So here's our hallway. This is the dedication. So this is the time we dedicated the Thomas Humphreys Hall. It was a major event. We had so many people here. We had Mr. Cafaro, we had everybody who has impacted Thomas Humphreys, and he has impacted, and we had a great dedication ceremony to him. We did a lot with our partners in the legislature when things were going south for General Motors. We supported General Motors. We wanted to make sure that those folks knew that if they wanted to come back to school, they were able to come back to school. There's Compass Family Services, our behavioral health. We help our students with behavioral health in a partnership with Compass Family Services. They actually service all of our students nationwide. They're actually able to work with our students locally here in Youngstown and in Steubenville, and is also help with our students nationwide. So there is no shortage of people that are running through stressful times, and Compass has always been there for us, and they've been there for us for years. We've utilized their services, and they are a great partner of Eastern Gateway to help our students with behavioral health. And those times when you have some coping issues that we can help you, Compass is there for them all the time, 24 hours a day. This is our Student Services Center. This is where the magic happens. This is where students come in. This is where enrollment is. This is where our recruiter is. This is where students come to get their badges, their IDs. Everything happens. Financial aid is in that room. That's an important aspect of the college. Here's our info commons, or customarily called our library. We have books for our students to utilize. They're updated on a regular basis from our library. This is where our students come to use the computers. A lot of our students don't have computers; they're using their phones, right? So we're open all the time up until I think we're up until 6 or 7 o'clock at night for our students, just to make sure that they have access to computers if they don't at home. And our librarian, who is always on site, make sure that our students are successful with anything that they do.
Now you're starting to say about the options for making sure that students don't get overburdened by debt when they buy their education.
What is most important about Eastern Gateway is we are still, for our service district today, we are still offering what we call the free, debt-free option, where if you're in our service district, you can actually come to Eastern Gateway Community College with no out-of-pocket cost. We leverage your Pell eligibility, we leverage scholarships, we fund you to make sure that you may have a minimal cost, like if you have to buy your stethoscope, or you have to buy your scrubs, or if you have to buy a certain amount of books, but not a lot of them. You may have a small cost, but our goal is to make sure that every student comes out of Eastern Gateway debt-free. That is the story of the day when you talk about how much people are laden with debt when they go to traditional universities. If you can shave off 2 years of your debt and have no expenses whatsoever your first 2 years, think about how farther ahead you are when you transfer to a university. Or better yet, when you come through the institution and you graduate with a degree of some sort and you go right into the workforce, you have no debt. You're not looking, oh my God, I got to make my next or my first payment in 6 months. No, you walk out of Eastern Gateway with no debt, no out-of-pocket costs. We try to make sure we mandate that and keep doing that for our students in the service district. No other institution that I'm aware of is doing that at this moment in time. That's how we are valuing our students so much for that debt-free education. That's huge. And as we continue to move down, another one of our lecture halls, again, just we use these for outside venues. I encourage your viewers, anybody that wants to utilize our services, we rent out our spaces. We just had the press club utilize our facility, but anybody that wants to come in and utilize the facility, please get a hold of me. I'd be glad to talk to them and about how we can have you use our facility to do meetings, get-togethers, things of that nature, information sessions. We work with a lot of folks to do that. This is our main hallway. This is our A quadrant. That's our IT. See our IT folks down there? They're hiding behind the desk. But those IT guys, they keep things a-humming at the college, right? So when you, again, another classroom here, one of our great classrooms. All of our classrooms, for the most part, about 80%, 85% of them have computers in them. We have built that way because of the online content that we do. Students have access to the computers. But there they are. There's one of them hiding behind there. But they do a great job. We also have a very robust College Credit Plus program. Our College Credit Plus is students who are in high school getting college credits, okay? So we have about, I think right now, 1,600 to 1,700 students in our 4-county service district, which is Trumbull, Mahoning, Columbiana, and Jefferson County, who are actually taking college courses now that, again, they can finish prior to them going to a traditional university, or taking maybe some classes and then graduating, and then maybe taking some additional courses to finish their associate's degree. About 3 or 4 years ago, we actually had a group of, I think it was from Steubenville, Big Red, and I think Edison, some of our other southern schools. They graduated with their associate's degree before they got their high school diploma. That's kidding. Incredible. Wow. And I want to believe that number pre-COVID, because that was a little while ago. I think the one graduation was like 65 students that had their associate's degree before they graduated with their diploma from their high school. Wow. And they walked at our ceremony. Impressive. It's crazy. It is. And it's just a wonderful thing that allows students who are advanced enough to take those courses. So when you look at Eastern Gateway, when I say we're a total package, we truly are. We can get you in high school if you're advanced enough to be able to take those classes. We can bring you into an associate's program, hands-on, career-ready. We could also bring you to a transfer model, which allows you to get ready for university settings. We offer career accelerator courses, programs, credentialing for the short-term certificate folks. And then overall, the impact that we have on our economy and our local regional economy is most of these folks stay here, and they bring their tax dollars here, and they stay in the communities of which they've gone to school at. Traditional universities, they probably lose a lot of their folks, but community colleges tend to stay in their communities. So I think we're very blessed to have all of what we have here. I'm just blessed to be working at Eastern Gateway and doing the things that we do for our local economy.
Beautiful. Why don't you tell our viewers how to get in touch with you, learn more about you, and stay connected with you?
So we love to, how to get a hold of the website, or look at the website. It's egcc.edu. You can look at all of the things that we have at the university or at the college. You can look at all of the things that we are, from Career Accelerator, College Credit Plus, our calendar, our catalogs, our admissions process. But please, egcc.edu. If you'd like to get a hold of me, I'm at daly@egcc.edu. I can answer any questions. I can get you to the right person if you got questions that I can't answer. And we just love for you to be a part of our community college. We want our community to stay connected with us, and we want to stay connected to it. And we can't thank you enough for allowing me to be on the show today.
All right, Art, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.